It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but right now, you rocking with Noonish.
I feel like I'm the last man standing. 4-5 sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need to panic. I ain't on a wave that could sink the tides.
And this episode of Noonish is brought to you by JW Compass, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey, High Energy Models and Events, the original Shot Sock, not without my shot socks, and Specs, Wine, Spirits, and the Finer Foods. Welcome to Season 3 of Noonish, y'all. Man, we are so excited to bring to you this awesome show today. First, I'd like y'all to go out, like, share, and subscribe this episode, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform you're watching currently. Y'all go and like, share, and subscribe to this thing, man. Man, we back, y'all. That's a nice long break right there.
That was a nice long break.
Good.
I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, coming at you with our awesome co-host, starting with Mr. Jonas Bull. I like to call him El Grande Toro in the house. Oh, bringing him back. Hey, the bullhorns go nowhere. They go nowhere. And you also know who's in the building. Man, this half man, half amazing. Always on time. My boy MC, Mark Clayton in the house, man. Mr. Hands. Hey, you know we got the PD coming up, man. We got one more exciting special guest to introduce you. I don't needs no introduction, you know. Everybody want to know what Rae's take is, but hey, man, this is Mr. Rae Edwards in the house, man.
With that introduction, I was looking for somebody else to come through the door.
Hey, man, hey, bro. Hey, man, you know, hey, I'm glad we saw you. You're so fast, dog. It's hard to see this man at times, bro. Fly right by you like the Flash. Okay, let's turn that
mic on.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Guess what?
What's that?
That's usually how I start stuff off.
Hey, we on that. We on,
like,
man.
See me first.
Yeah, bro.
See me, then hear me.
Right, what's good, man? What you been up to, bro, man? It's a lot has started up since the last time we was meeting around this table, bro.
Man, first of all, congratulations to y'all for season 3.
I appreciate it, man.
Pretty amazing. And I like that the only thing that really stayed the same in here was that right there.
That screwball.
Yeah, the screwball. Right. I'm glad y'all. I like all the new stuff.
Speaking of, hey, before we get started, how about one of that PED, performance enhancing toast, screwball whiskey in the house?
Yeah.
Outside that, I love everything. I love the setup. I love all this stuff, man.
Good.
For me, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I've been on 2 different time zones.
Man.
I've been on Tokyo time zone. I've been on America time zone.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the footage coming out.
Look here.
Is it nighttime?
Man, listen. Look here, man. I don't have these glasses on because I'm trying to be cool. I have these glasses on because I don't want y'all to see these bags underneath my eyes, these red eyes I got. I'm caffeined up because like the whole Tokyo time, I've had to report like literally right after the events that went off.
Yeah.
So the events are going off in the morning, you know, because they a whole week ahead.
Yeah.
When it's, I'm up at 5 in the morning to catch the semis and then the finals. And then I still have to be in America and then do all my stuff at the gym all day.
Yep.
And then as soon as I get done with the gym at 7:38, now it's the next day over there. Man. And now Tokyo starting in the morning. So I'm up all night watching races and then I'm reporting those races. Yeah, Tokyo, I've been getting like 4 hours of sleep. I'm about ready for the closing ceremony.
No sleep. Wow.
Y'all don't hear my voice. I'm losing it now.
Hey, it's all good,
you
man.
can't lose no voice, boy.
Let me tell you, you've been entertaining the people, man, with some good information. And we're going to get to those Olympics after a while, bro. But how you liking it, man? The whole race, it kind of just jumped off and took off real quick, didn't it?
Man, it actually took off by mistake. Yeah. Like literally, I was in a Facebook group and it was right when track season started when Sha'Carri was, dropping those fast times.
Yep.
So I was debating with somebody in the group and I was like, I know too much about track and field. I got too much to say for these thumbs.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to do a YouTube video. So I did a YouTube video about what I was trying to explain in the group and then I dropped it back in the group like, here, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And then that YouTube video ended up getting like 1,000-some views and people was, commenting on and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Instead of me type in the things I have to say in this group. I'm just gonna start doing videos.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening was, and like I did like the first 4 videos, and they all hit like over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Wow.
And the group that I was putting it in, they kind of had a problem with it because the track and field group. And they was like, you can't be in here promoting yada, yada, yada. I'm like, I'm not promoting nothing. I don't even make no money off this. I'm a long-winded person. I can't text it.
Yeah.
Long story short, they ended up kicking me out of that group.
Yeah,
right?
So that was still on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. They ended up kicking me out of that group.
Yeah, more Facebook censorship.
Yeah. Well, Facebook didn't do it. Some of the
community.
But you had a situation with YouTube, didn't you?
I answered on YouTube as well.
So you moved from Facebook to YouTube.
Yep.
And you still got the boot.
Well, no,
YouTube
I beat YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they gave you the boot like.
Well, it really wasn't YouTube. This year, it really wasn't YouTube. It was another media outlet that does track and field stuff.
Do they do it on YouTube?
They do it on YouTube as well.
Okay.
And what happened was they had, so at YouTube, you gotta know, if you get 3 copyright claims, you're done.
Yeah.
So they actually gave me 2 of them, right? One of them was when I first started and I didn't understand the rules or whatever.
Yeah.
So the 2 copyright claims they gave me, I didn't take the footage from their actual platform.
Yeah.
So I'm emailing them and I'm telling them. So I'm on Twitter and I'm blasting them about, hey man, like y'all need to fix this because I didn't take your stuff.
Yeah.
So then I contacted YouTube. I did a counterclaim and then they wrote me back and was like, well, you pretty much the company, you pretty much got 3 options of what you can do. One was like you can cease and desist. Or 2, you can get an attorney, to fight your claim.
Yeah.
Or 3, you can pretty much just cease and desist.
Yeah. Wow.
They pretty much tried a bully tactic.
So really 2 options.
Yeah. But they didn't know that I actually had an attorney. That was the funny part.
Yeah.
So then when I responded back with I tagged my attorney in this email. You guys can go forward with it from there. And at the end of the day, my attorney was like, just sum it up, y'all don't really want to go to court.
Yeah.
No,
so
they don't.
They ended up taking the claims off, and then they also ended up saying, we pretty much would like for you to help us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went from banning me to asking for my help.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. My
So
lawyers
shout
out to my lawyers.
Shout out to
now
the
is
lawyers.
there monetary value from that agreement?
I would go with yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As long as I stay within the rules of what we've agreed upon, which is they want me to, if I'm talking about races, they would like me to use their footage. But they pretty much, to make it make sense, they didn't want me airing whole races because that's what they have a license to do, which I understood once they explained it to me. And they was like, you're airing the entire race before anybody can get it because I got connections.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got people there like, they record that for me. And so then, it was just matching. And, by the end of the day, we got it all figured out, got it all situated. And,
bro, like I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, all right, so he watching it? I'm flipping the channels like, how's this dude watching this right now? It ain't even, it's not even on TV yet.
Yeah, it ain't. And that's the beauty of Rae's take for track and field because I'm able to, and that's why, like, in my first 45 days, I don't know anything about YouTube analytics and nothing like that, but everybody kept telling me, they was like, bro, you goated YouTube. I was like, what are y'all talking about? You hit over 1,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's not normal. That's what I was doing. I was like,
absolutely not.
And then when I hit the 3,000 marker, like last week, I hit 3,000 with the first 2 months.
Yeah.
And so for me, because I'm not doing it for the subscriptions. I'm doing it because this is what I got
trying to express
say.
myself.
And I'm trying to talk about.
And you hit a niche space that not too many people are focusing on in track.
Yeah.
A lot of people love
I think
it.
if you don't like track, you start watching Rae's take.
Yeah.
And you'll start liking track because of Rae's take.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that because a lot of people have reached out to me and said just that. Like, man, I've never even really watched track, but after watching your show, now I'm starting to like actually watch track because I can understand it now.
Yeah.
And that was my whole reasoning for having Rae's take. I was like, nah, bro, like it's too much misinformation on track and field, and that's why as athletes, track and field, we don't get the sponsorships that we need. We don't get the love that we actually deserve because most people think that, like I told y'all when I was here on that show, people think that we train for the Olympics only, not understanding that we got like a whole season.
Yeah.
So my whole thing was to bridge that gap to where, people in America, because worldwide they know this. America just don't know this. So my whole thing was bringing track and field to the living rooms of the average American so they understand what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and just help push the sport forward. And I'll say this, the one thing that, you know, being able to get people like Trayvon Bromell, you know, when everybody's like, what happened? What's going on? Like, I mean, you name it, ESPN, everybody want to know what happened. Then he's like, I'm going to go to Rae's Take, and I'm going to tell y'all through Rae's Take, you know, that type of stuff. Even with Fred Curley, you know, before he got his silver medal, he came on the show, and then as soon as he got his, like, I'm going back on Rae's Take. Yeah. You know, so to be able to get those type of interviews and
real time,
and
right
people,
now action.
even when Sha'Carri stuff happened, you know, to be able to go straight to John Drummond and say, hey, come on my show and clear it up so people can understand it.
Former Grace Prep coach.
Yeah.
And you kind of just went over it real quick, and so the whole Sha'Carri situation is very similar to Sha'Carri. I'm sorry, well, I call it Sha'Carri.
Well, I gotta check you because they checked me for months.
Right. Okay, so I'm checking it. I'm checking it. All right. Oh, Sha'Carri from now on. Sha'Carri from now on. R.I.P. Sha'Carri. So Sha'Carri, the whole situation with Sha'Carri, very similar to what happened with Simone Biles, right? But from a different perspective, different aspect of it, right? Completely different, but kind of similar. I'm saying from the mental side of things, right? It's a mental health situation that caused both of those happenings to happen, right? So how do you feel about that whole Sha'Carri situation that took place, right? And does the board or the whole Olympic committee, they need to change some things about some rules in that thing from your perspective?
The answer to that question is yes, but I won't blame the Olympic committee. I blame USADA more than anything because USADA is the ones that's in charge. They're in charge of they're in charge of the entire rule list of what you can and cannot do. Yeah. And I fought them more than anything because back in 2004, if this was 2000, no, let me say it right. If it was 2003, she would have been able to compete. Basically, the reasoning isn't because they feel like it's a performance enhancement drug. Because it was literally a drug then. You know, like at that point, if you get pulled over weed, you know, you're going to jail. Yeah. Exactly. So they did it for that reasoning. And now what everybody is saying, like, hey, you know, marijuana laws aren't the same. Yeah. I'm on the fence now. It's like, well, it actually is a performance enhancement drug. Yeah. But
it's more of a drug.
Technically, it's not performance enhancement.
I mean, what drug is not performance enhancing is what I'm getting at.
There you go.
Psychologically,
right? There you go. So, there you go.
Like,
and beyond that, now they're talking about some of the Nike shoes and some of the other, like I think Adidas has a pair that they're talking about. Calling
like the shoes
that
I got on right now. Advanced enhancing product.
And I'm like okay,
performance enhancing product.
Do we just have everybody run barefoot? I mean, what's the?
We could take it back.
It's certain shoes that they're banning, bro. Like you can't wear a certain pair of Nikes in long distance races.
I saw that. Just level the playing field, and you'll see.
It's so hard to level the playing field and track and
field.
But look at the weightlifter. They got the grip stuff.
Chalk, LeBron James.
Yep.
Right. So all of that stuff is performance enhancing. Yeah. Really.
Yes.
The little leotards they wearing versus the shorts that Carl Lewis used to wear back in the day.
Yeah. On race take you either jack, which is, you know, you're a cool person, or you're a stupid. Yeah. Track and field is ran by a bunch of stupids. Yeah. You know, just like what you're saying is like, why would you ban a shoe that's gonna give somebody, you know, an extra advantage?
Exactly.
Okay, so does that mean when you play football, if you put on some gloves, is that extra advantage?
Exactly.
Did they try and ban it?
Nope.
No, they say all y'all
everybody can wear them.
Everybody can wear them.
Or if somebody do feel more confident without them hoes, don't want to wear them.
Yeah, it's
their choice.
It's
your choice.
It's your choice. Yeah. In track and field, I feel like, and that's again why I created Rae's Take. Athletes don't have a single voice at all because an average athlete would be like, nah, I want the option. Don't tell me, no, you can't because it's going to help you run faster. Yeah. I'm trying to run faster, Jack. That's the whole point. I want to run faster. So they're saying it's unfair because Nike has created it, so we got to ban it.
Competitive advantage.
Exactly. That's not Nike's fault. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Right. HR. Yeah. You got to go hire a smarter person.
Exactly. go get that design team up to snuff.
Get the designer team up. There ain't no such thing as...
You better get some stickers and some Nikes. And
now we're getting into your Formula One field.
For real,
like
track and field,
we just got better. Sorry, we got better tech.
Exactly.
Like,
we may
sorry,
talk about
not
that
sorry.
later. Right. So they're saying that some of these performance enhancing drugs are long term dangerous to the athlete. What you as somebody who's been competed at that level, and you guys too. But just like, what's your take on that? Like, how do you feel about that particular aspect of it?
They're actually 100% correct, But I always like to again play devil's advocate. But then I always use the term be fair. Okay,
Right.
We all know that this right here. We're enjoying it. Okay?
Right.
It's delicious. It's gonna get us to a certain point where we gotta say stop.
Yep.
All right.
That's right.
Yep.
If you don't say stop,
Yep.
then guess what?
Yep.
It's your
It
damn
ain't
fault.
gonna be good.
Exactly.
Just because you may have one athlete that may take it overboard, just like
Right.
with drinking. You may have
Right.
one person take it overboard and go get a DUI or
Or a lot.
or
Frank the Tank.
or something like that.
True.
Run through the quad butt naked.
Thank you. You don't need to punish everybody and say, well, take liquor off the shelf completely then. No, you just put a label on it. I've always said that when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs, you put the label on it and say, hey, this can
Treat it
cause
like that.
this. Like cigarettes. It says this can cause cancer. Now,
Yes.
it's up to you
You
whether
can die.
you want to buy this or not.
Exactly.
But we told you.
Exactly.
I don't feel like it should be your solid discretion to tell people what they can and cannot put in their body.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let me just say this right here. I really feel like they need to completely take drug off of that.
Yeah.
Because it needs to just be performance enhancement. Because when you add the title drug, it automatically spins a negative connotation on no matter
Absolutely.
what. It just needs to be performance enhancement. It needs to be in the hands of the athletes to decide what they can and cannot take. Say, I don't know if people know this, but I'm saying it on y'all show because I've said it on my show and people in track and field didn't know it. We're not all governed by the same laws and rules.
Right.
Okay.
At all, whatsoever. Like, so WADA sends out a complete list of what you can and cannot take, and it's the World Anti-Doping Agency, right?
Yeah.
It's up to that country to administer that, though, because WADA don't come. So it's up to America to administer the rules. It's up to Jamaica to administer the rules. It's up to Denmark to administer the rules. It's up to whatever Canada, whatever country
So
you
if those
in.
countries are not administering these rules, these athletes can be
Sweeping.
dibbling and dabbling
And whatever.
with these substances
HGH.
all up until this time for the actual where they've already received the results from the substance, but now they just have to pass this Olympic committee.
Which you're
test
gonna
or whatever
pass
it is,
now
right?
because
You
you're
knew how
gonna
much
pass
time
it
it
because you
was.
knew how much time you had to
But
get
you've
off
already
of it.
received the benefits.
You already got the benefits of it now.
Yep.
Why do you
Oh
have
yeah,
the
when it's
benefits
in your
of it?
system.
It
It's
makes
already,
sense.
you got the
can ride that
benefits
out.
because your actual doping agency for your country didn't administer the rules.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
was like, okay, we got the list.
Oh man.
We're never gonna test you though.
That's
the thing.
like a private organization versus a public organization. You got a lot more red tape with these public organizations than you do in these private organizations.
Yep.
So if your organization is the United States of America, you got a lot of red tape.
Thank you.
One of these smaller countries that doesn't really have the infrastructure that we have set up here, the government that we have set up here, they're not gonna have as much red tape.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right, so this is why we got so many silver medals. We're like king of the silver and bronze this
Hey,
Olympics,
look.
dog.
Look, I'll tell you like this here. And I don't give a damn because I said on my show.
Yeah.
For Team USA, this was probably our cleanest Olympics.
Yeah, and we're still
As
competing.
far as the athletes, it's
Yeah.
probably our cleanest Olympics ever. And I'm going all the way back to, you can take it all the way back to 88.
Yeah, 17-year-old got
Yeah,
fourth place in
Knighton.
100.
In the 200.
In the 200?
Knighton did.
Crazy.
Now again, I'm not saying that any other country had to always get this.
American
I'm not
kid.
saying no other country is taking stuff. I'm just saying make your own decision based off
Yeah.
the information I'm giving you.
Hey man,
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
So I was looking forward to watching you run, dog. Like, and I saw you started your training in preparation, bro, because you were gonna run for Nigeria, correct?
I'm glad I didn't, but keep going.
And you had an injury, right? Is
I had a couple of them.
is that what kept you from running in
Yep.
this Olympics?
Yep.
So what happened, bro?
Well, actually,
That age, Father Time, dog.
it wasn't Father Time, man. It was stupidity. You know.
Going too
So
hard?
I will say Father Time. I will say that because Father Time made me stupid because now I'm realizing, and it's not that I'm 40.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the time that I've put on these legs and my body getting prepared. I mean, because like I
Gotcha.
tell everybody, It was 21 years ago when I ran 10-1.
Yeah.
Literally, I ran 10-14 21 years ago.
21.
And then 2003, I ran 10-0.
Yeah, I was about to say you ran 10
so
over
like
there.
I've been running like for over 18 years. Every single year, I've been putting my body through the ringer.
Yeah.
And it's just like, even though at 40 I feel good,
That wear
I can
and
do
tear,
stuff.
though.
The wear and tear is what got me.
Gotcha.
So I went out one day getting ready to do a heel workout, but the people I trained was doing it, and they always talk trash. So I got in it. I was like, man, I will show y'all. Granted, I did dust them, but at the account of me tearing the muscle in my foot immediately. And then once that was healed, I got so super strong from doing upper body stuff. I went out to my first track meet, and I literally ripped my deltoid.
Wow.
Right here, I had 2 tears. I went and got an MRI and everything.
Running?
I got the MRI and everything. I had 2 tears right here. Like from here to doing that.
Yeah.
Like rapidly over and over and over again. First track meet, when this was all over with, and I was like, as soon as I felt it, I was like,
That ain't
something
right.
ain't right.
Yeah.
And then I got like 10 meters out, and then I just kind of started doing this, and I was like, it's torn. Like I knew it. I was like, I mean, I've been running for so long. When shit torn, like it's torn.
Yeah.
So I went right to my medical staff that was there, and then I said, Cammy, it's torn. It's torn. And then she was like doing this shit, trying to raise. She was like, raise. I was like, it ain't raising. She was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be torn.
Man.
And then when it got the MRI, I was like, yep, 2 of them right here.
Yeah.
And then my dumb tail was like, you know what? My leg's still good. So I got my team to shoot me up. But when I got shot up, it was with cortisone.
Yeah.
I ain't get shot
That big
with no
long,
extra.
that big long.
Cortisone?
Yeah, so I didn't feel it.
That was it?
That's all I got. I got
That's all you
cortisone. No, I'm lying. I got cortisone and anesthesia.
Yeah.
So he gave me an anesthesia shot and a cortisone shot because I only had 2 races that I could, try and qualify in.
Yeah.
So when I went out there, when he first gave me the cortisone anesthesia shot, I felt nothing. In the hallway, I was like, oh, it's gonna work. And then he was like,
sure.
yeah, but when you get done,
When you actually open
it's
up.
gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So then, make a long story short,
even more.
he timed the window wrong because it wore off before I got there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. And then as soon as I got ready to start practicing and I ripped it.
And brought that,
Oh, no. No go?
No
Couldn't
go.
even do it, man.
Game time,
Man.
game, set, match. But then, like I told my clients, I may not be in Tokyo, but you best believe my name is floating all the way through
Yeah, it's
Tokyo.
around there.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm still there in spirit. That's
Man,
all that matters to me.
That's crazy, man. I say like it's a blessing how things even happen without even trying. Like you just started Rae's Take without that, just by what happened on Facebook, just going and starting something. Now the following, and now you're getting interviews from people that they in Tokyo that the large networks wish they could.
Yeah.
And had none of this stuff taken place, you never would have. Possibly never would have started any of this stuff.
Right.
God always has a plan. That's all I like to say.
Exactly.
What I'm doing now, I love 10 times more than if I had been over there running.
Look like
I'm
you
just
having
being honest
fun,
with
bro.
you. Oh, I'm having, man, y'all have no idea how much fun it is because it's like I'm still connected to the sport, but from a
Distance.
different way.
Yeah,
Just
a little distance.
If it wasn't for the athletes, I'm not gonna say athletes. If it wasn't for the athletes and the fans, man,
Right.
I wouldn't even be doing it because
Yeah.
it's like everybody just gravitated to me, like
Right.
to Rae's Take. I mean,
Magnetic.
everybody, like
Magnetic is what
Right.
we call it.
Literally, even Trayvon, when he was on the show, Trayvon told me, he said, "Ray, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time you drop the Rae's Take, I watched it. I done motivated the U.S. champ the whole season to keep pushing it. But I heard those stories from security camp, from everybody. Like, the minute I was saying something like, nope, that ain't it,
Yeah.
they would go back and be like, all right, motherfucker. Like, even security, like when she came back and dropped that 21 and 200 and pointed, everybody's like, you know she was talking to you. I was like, yeah, I know.
I know. Bro, and that's your personality though. Like it's like that DB that just talk shit.
Yep.
Like he just loud. Like it just make you want to just do shit. Like I got it. Whatever.
Yep. And then soon you do it, that DB like, all right, you got me.
You're like, yeah, all right, that's good. That's
That's what I
good.
said. Well, it's a win-win no matter what.
Yeah.
Because if they don't like what I'm saying and they want to shut me up, does that hurt them?
Nope. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you hear what I'm saying because they've all, kind of said, no, he know what he's talking about, and you see the stuff I'm talking about, and you go fix it, it's a win for you.
Going back, so we've been talking about doping and regulating the sport and so on and so forth. So I want to talk about like vaccination, like you kind of see the mandatory vaccination coming downhill. How you feel about that in regards to that decision should be the athletes and or their families?
It's our civic duty to be vaccinated. Not because of us or we're afraid of it, whatever, but so that we don't be walking around as a loaded gun. You know what I'm saying? And like I told people that before, I'm strongly against vaccinations. Why? Because if you just have a healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, and take care of yourself, you don't need a vaccination. I get that part. But sometimes I feel like in this situation, you have to almost sacrifice your know-how for mankind, because it's not a lot of people that's smart enough to take care of themselves. So it's like, well, damn, I'm going to do it just so I don't be walking around with a loaded gun. As far as the athletes that, track and field athletes, I'll say, sadly, yeah, man, the vaccination sucks, but because we got to travel so much, it's a double-edged sword. We can't win with the vaccination. We cannot win because it's not going to help our bodies. It's going to hurt our bodies by getting that vaccination, no matter what.
That's crazy.
But then at the same time, because we travel so much, we the ones that's really walking around like loaded guns. Like, think about right now, they all the way in Tokyo, and then some of them going to stop in other countries and other countries, so you are actually more prone to catching it as a track athlete.
When you say loaded gun, what do you mean by that?
Well, because what I mean by walking around with a loaded gun, right now I know 2 people that got COVID, right? And from all the information I've understood about COVID is it's passed by person to person. Okay, I'm healthy as hell, so it's not going to bother me if I catch it. I just got to stay inside, right? But if I got it and I go around, an elderly person who has, pre-existing conditions, then now I'm a loaded gun, because if I go around them and I got it and don't know it, and I just say, hey, how you doing? And, I'm in Whole Foods and I breathe on them, and now this person catches it and they die, I was the gun that shot them.
So what about people with the shot that still get it and give?
Nah, I'm glad you asked that. Because guess what? Same person I know that got it now, done had it twice and the shot.
Wow.
So CDC, DC, whoever got to say, got to talk to me. That's why I keep telling y'all. They got 3-4 versions of this iPhone.
Ain't enough.
One of them.
Ain't enough. Because I know people with the shot
I still call it.
that got and give.
I was waiting for you, because I know you did. Yeah.
So I did do the research, and there is, it's kind of like birth control. It's 95% effective. That means it's 5% not effective at all.
95% effective in what regard? You won't get it ever?
95%
after getting the vaccine that you won't get it?
That if you get the vaccine, that you won't get a symptomatic version of it, or you'll get a less bad version of it.
Okay.
Hey, Ray, as you know, you've been here before. This is Noonish Sports and Tech, right? So we got a few sports topics to knock out, man. There's a lot going on. We can't get to all of them and get in depth on them all, but Renee, you ready for this? We about to go fast and furiously, bro.
Fast and furious.
Fast and furious, Jack.
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift edition of Noonish right here. All right, so we start with this NBA, man. Luka Doncic, man. They say when he gets back from his currently 17-0 Olympic run right now with his Slovenian basketball team, bro, he's got a $202 million 5-year extension waiting.
Rightfully so.
Is it 5 or 4?
And Trae Young.
Right? Yeah, Trae Young got the 207.
Yeah,
then
Kid
boy Steph Curry.
Steph Curry got
Steph
ridiculous.
Curry got the $215 million.
Let's go.
4 years.
Let's go,
That's
bro.
50 mil,
That's
bro.
amazing.
Hey, NBA is.
What'd you say?
I love it, bro.
Yeah,
They
that's
cashing
awesome.
out right now, man.
Steph worth it.
So
Trae's worth it.
Yeah. And if y'all saw this morning, Kemba Walker signing with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
actually.
bro. So he
I like
let go
that.
of his opportunity to play with, I think, Oklahoma City. DeRozan, he's up in Chicago now.
He went up there with
Ball.
Ball,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
Levine.
Yep.
Ain't none of it gonna matter.
And hey,
Nah.
because them LA Lakers.
Nah.
Them
Thank
LA
you.
Lakers.
Ain't none of it
Nah,
gonna matter.
you right.
The other
and
NBA
the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, so we got.
It's them two. Like,
Yesterday, LA
Yeah,
picked up.
straight up.
They picked up Carmelo Anthony
LA
yesterday.
picked up Jesus,
Yep.
Moses,
Right.
and Muhammad. That's what they did.
They said they got an average team age right now, averages 32 and a half years.
Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad.
And, right, but hey, they picked up Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah.
They got Bazemore.
Yep. Bazemore light. Yeah, he come off the bench. And,
He ain't no punk.
Ain't no punk. Yeah.
They got Melo.
Melo.
When he brought up Russell Westbrook
Energy.
go along with LeBron and AD that's already on campus.
Hey, there's no way you can beat that team. Because
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes.
How?
Anybody can
how?
get beat on
No.
any-
There's only one ball. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
tell you, you can't beat that team
Mm.
because that team is just like I said on Ray's take. It's different when you have talent and you have championship experience.
Yeah.
That's two totally different things because talent only going to take you so far.
Yeah.
In order for you to win anything, especially basketball, you going 7 games. That's a different experience. That's a different mindset.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying nobody can beat them boys is because I feel like this is the first time you've had actual all-star veterans who are all smart on the court.
Yeah.
So now you got people who aren't relying on
Lakers did that
talent.
before.
Now, Russell.
Gary Payton, Karl Malone.
And Houston, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but that
That
was like
don't-
35.
Gary Payton. Okay, so you
No,
gonna compare
bro.
Gary Payton to Russell Westbrook?
Because he can't.
Neither
one of them.
That tell you no, it
I'm
don't
not.
work.
No, what I'm saying is,
Doing it, they were just straight veterans. That was.
that's what I'm saying. It's a team of veterans.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
fine.
but then, you also got Chris Paul down there in Phoenix. He re-signed 4 years. So he's $475 million of contracts is what that man
I
has
wouldn't have took
accumulated,
it.
bro.
That's awesome. I like
It is, but if I'm
awesome.
Chris Paul, I wouldn't have resigned, man.
Why not?
I
That's a young
That's
team.
not gonna be a ring.
No, man. I'm just because to me, at certain point, when you get to a certain point, it has to stop being about the contract. You gotta stop being about the money, bro. You ain't gotta dribble a ball ever again, and your family gonna forever be good. So,
But he was
But where
in
he
the
going? Where he going?
man, I went somewhere for free to get me a ring. LeBron,
Where?
call me, Jack.
So
What you want me to do? I'm
so
just gonna
you
sit
going to
down.
LA? You going to
I'm
LA
going to
to
LA
get
if I'm Chris Paul. Why not?
I'm with you on that.
I'm going to LA, man.
I wish Chris
Just
Paul
look.
would have gone to LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down the
That's
whole
all
season.
That makes more sense
Give
than
me when you
Westbrook to
need
me.
me.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that made a hell of a lot more sense than
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they had got Chris Paul, it would have been like, oh wow.
yeah,
When I
that
heard
would have been a while.
Westbrook to the
I would have been like, yeah, they're that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
He that guy. You're that guy, man.
Miami Heat, they went out and got PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry.
That's big.
Yeah, I mean they made
They made a good defense
so.
tougher,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, so
Kyle Lowry is
youth. They
proven,
got some
tried and true.
They balling, so it's gonna.
That's not enough though.
NBA is fantastic. We say it all the time.
It's not enough. It is.
Say it all the time, but it
Looking
won't be
forward to
enough
it.
for next year. So moving on to the NFL. Last year the question was, is Aaron going to remain in Green Bay? Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
Hey, he said, call my boy Cobb and I'm coming. And they called him.
Cobb's in.
And Aaron was in practice.
Got my buddy.
That.
They can make some State Farm commercials.
Aaron got a ring too now. Aaron got a basketball ring. He
Aaron Rodgers?
He part owner of the Milwaukee
He
Bucks.
put one of them
Oh,
buckets.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm Aaron. I'm going in there like, look here, Jack. I'm the one that makes smart decisions.
He said, hey, I got a ring. I got a ring without
I got a
Nah.
ring without trying to hold on.
Yeah, he that guy. I'm that
You
guy.
won't listen to me.
I don't get a hold of the
How many of
sport.
y'all in here got a ring
I'm
for
that
those
guy.
sports?
This is how you win.
You gonna
I'm
listen
the
to me.
freak over here, man.
I'm that guy.
I'm the freak over here.
Yeah, no, he that guy.
He back in Green Bay, man.
Green Bay ain't gonna let
Hey,
Aaron
that's gonna be
Rodgers
good.
go. You can't let Aaron Rodgers
That's
go.
a bad man.
No, he was
Yes.
either he was gonna retire or not.
Exactly.
Because they're not fucking letting him go.
At all.
No.
And then the thing about
Too
Aaron
fucking
Rodgers,
good.
again, that's why he got a ring somewhere else. I feel like he understood financially with Green Bay, if I don't play, y'all hold everything up here. It's going to
Shot.
plummet. Everything up here going to plummet. So y'all got one decision to make,
Yeah.
which is make me happy. Or your entire Wisconsin, everything is just going
go
economically,
to
it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
literally,
melting.
economically, it's going to go down if I don't play.
Nacho cheese.
Was it nacho and everything?
It's nacho cheese no more,
Yeah.
nacho money no more.
I'm
It's
nachos,
gone.
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I get that.
Carson Wentz, we'll go to Carson Wentz. He's got 5 to 12 weeks. What kind of time?
That boy done had a lot of
is that?
injuries, man.
Yeah.
Timely injuries.
Yeah, broken bone in his foot.
Timely injury.
Right?
Yeah.
Do not call Slick Nick, dog, because, hey, that'll be the end of Wentz talking ending.
That's Big Dick Nick.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
that
what
boy gonna
I'm
come in slanging that thing. Hey.
He ain't what it said.
Yay.
Don't call him in the eye.
You don't want that guy in the meeting room with you.
Yeah, bro, because, hey, Slick Nick, dog, like what I like to call him, man, hey, you don't want him coming in the building in Indy because he will take your job, dog, and take your
He
woman.
ain't coming back.
How
He ain't coming back.
That's walking out real
That is,
sad.
that is a hard day. Like
That's tough.
I lost my
Both.
job and my woman.
Both.
I was
Yeah,
working to
dog.
take care of her too.
You know?
I'm
Wow.
done. Like,
Alright.
I don't like no more.
You
man.
only got out of Indy is what we're saying. So hey, you better come back quick. And then my boy Dak, man, golly.
He'll
Wait,
be all right.
Ron, what?
He gonna be
I'm
straight.
Yeah,
me.
he gonna
What
be all right.
happened?
He
So
got a
he's got a strain in the
strain.
shoulder, man.
It's a strain.
Strain in the shoulder.
He'll be all right.
So,
He gonna be all
Why?
right. He gonna be all right.
yeah, man.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
why?
why? Because it's football.
He needs to go. He
This
needs
shit-
to go get that cortisone
Shit
shot
happens
like you did.
on a regular fucking basis. It's just what it be
football.
like, bro.
He
gonna be back,
I'm thinking
and he
that
gonna
one
be good.
injury causes another injury is what I'm thinking, just from overcompensation.
There it is right there. It was
Okay.
his left foot, right?
It was I think it was the left ankle.
Yeah.
No, the left ankle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't.
And now the right shoulder's out, right?
Yep. Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna get
It
all
typically
into
happens
all
like that.
everything that I you know, by being a trainer. But, yeah, that was destined to happen.
Some on the right side. Some on the right side.
Yeah.
Some on the right side.
And then what? Sometimes these blue checks and white coats just want my green money.
Absolutely, bro.
That's it. And they're not gonna help me get back out there for real.
Yeah.
You need to get hooked up with somebody that's going to tell you stuff you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
If they don't hurt your
somebody-
feelings sometimes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You need somebody to be like, Dad, guess what, Jack?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing for the next year. I'm gonna tell you why. We gotta restructure all of this, every last bit of it. So you can go tell them this and that. Your money gonna go down. Why? Because if I don't fix all of this, the minute you go back out there, you ain't worth nothing.
Baby, glad you got that guaranteed
Yeah,
96.
that
That's how much it is, dog. Because that other 50 is up for grabs, dog, if you don't get it right. I tell you that right now, dog. Jerry ain't playing no games.
He ain't.
Jerry ain't playing no games.
He's a businessman.
So, moving on, right?
He's a
NCAA,
businessman.
some beautiful things that happen, right? That NIL for one, but we're not going to talk about that today.
Yep. Get money.
Get your money, young bucks.
Hey.
Hey, I don't know about the kid from South Lake Carroll, though, man.
I do.
Going in senior year.
Fuck that
you
shit.
You agree with him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Take your ass to college.
Hey,
Go get that
dog,
money.
hey, you catch
The
this
point
dude.
of school is to get a fucking job and make money and provide for your family.
True.
No. The point of school is to teach you to be a cog in a wheel. You gotta be part of the machine, man.
Don't know how that works.
The point of school is to
No.
train you
See,
to be
That's good. I love it.
So if you compete like that,
Yeah.
go get the money.
Go get the
yeah,
money.
all day long.
Just-
all
just-
day long.
just-
Hey, this is
Period.
I've been saying they doing it in the Olympics, right? My young buck's 17 years old in the Olympics right now, right?
Right.
Got first place in the 200. What's the difference with my man's saying screw senior year or even even in the acting world?
Couple
You
days.
know
In
what
the
I'm
acting
saying?
world, yeah.
Rapping,
Yeah.
whatever it might
You
be.
have those type of talents.
Yeah, you're exceptional.
That's the point.
Go get your
That's
money.
the point.
Yeah.
You don't need us no
That's the
more,
point.
dog. Hopefully you come back and get that. So you ain't a brick, a rock. You know what I'm saying? Can't think without this talent, but you know, and you also want to learn how to use your money, right? So education,
You ain't getting that in
self-education
school.
and are two different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
You're
was
not
gonna
getting
say-
that at school either.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not getting that in school either.
Fuck no. I mean,
Go
let's.
get it.
All right. So in all your schooling,
Yeah.
what did you learn from K through 12 that you use today to live?
To live, I mean, it's quite a bit, but you know, not nearly as much. I don't remember exactly.
I was about to
which
say, I
one
think
of
the main question should be, do you remember anything from K through 12?
Yeah, you know, like
Do
I
you?
can't tell you now one of them battles,
Yeah.
right? Rules and government, some of them, right? Science, I could give a damn about chemistry,
Okay.
right?
Math.
And biology. And I
What
said
what math you use today? What math you use today?
basic.
Counting
Basic
money.
math. You know what I'm saying? Common denominator.
This how much I gotta. This is how much my
Yeah.
bills are. This is how much I got.
Yeah.
I need more of this
yeah.
than that.
Angles. Angles. You know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so the sum is
dum-dums
up.
out here.
You know, in math, the Big 12 wasn't good enough. The Big 12
Yeah,
was less
we got
than
the
SEC. So
Yeah.
UT
So here's the
and
problem.
OU went
Here's
over
the
to
solution.
SEC.
There it is.
So in
There you go.
2025,
There you go, right there. And see now,
the Big 12 is
Yeah.
less than.
And so here's
is.
another problem. Here's the problem on the table. How do we get there before 2025?
Man, nah, that's not gonna happen. Right? So USA track, I'm asking you off jump, man. What's going on? We used to dominate, but I think we kind of already covered that topic. Understanding all the red tape that our athletes must go through versus somewhere else that doesn't have as much red tape. So that answers a lot of those questions there, right? We already talked about the Jamaican women sweeping the 100 meter. I thought you were gonna be disappointed, but you already
No,
called it
I
out.
already called that.
Already called it out,
Yeah.
right?
But at the same token, I got to make sure that people understand that it's not the athletes, okay? It's not Sha'Carri. It's not Sha'Carri's. It would not have been Sha'Carri's quote-unquote fault if she would not have medaled. Just
Right.
like it's none of the Team USA people fault at all. The thing that I keep doing with Rae's Take is trying to get people to understand track and field is a sport like any other sport. We need to be looked at the exact same way.
Yeah.
If a team keeps losing, it's the coach.
the
It ain't-
coaches are
It's the
horrible.
coaches. It's not, and then again, it's not even really the coaches. It's the front office. It's
Yeah.
like, you know how people would say, well, the Cowboys never win until they get a better front office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the Cowboys. Look at it this way.
That's sad to hear.
Tokyo is on the other side of the planet,
Yeah.
right? Now, if you use just basic math, they got there on Monday. The game started on Friday.
So they're just getting
Do the math with the amount of time zones they crossed over.
Yeah.
They still ain't there yet.
So why wouldn't they go earlier? Is that
Front
coaching?
office. If I can, and I blame the athletes too. I'm like, okay, well, I tell you what, you ain't got to buy because Team USA pays for everything.
Yep.
You ain't got to fly me from Dallas. Just fly me from Paris, because that's where I'm going to be at waiting on y'all. It really ain't got nothing to do with performance enhancement.
So the other whoever's winning the golds in those meets will take the 100 and whatnot. They got there earlier, or they were closer?
So when you look at something like the men's 100 was weird because it actually was kind of a anybody's race because nobody was really all over the jet lag.
But that says a level playing field. We're all here fucking jet lag, and we're just fucking
the
rolling.
100, yes, but I know for a fact there was a couple of countries, a couple of athletes
Norway's closer,
that
right?
was not there. They were stationed in Stockholm. They were stationed in freaking Paris. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
They were stationed waiting to be
Using
let
those
in.
old tactics
Yes.
to be prepared for the Olympics.
And then
Did
be
they win?
prepared. Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Which one? Who won?
I'm
Who
not
won the men's 100?
Jamaica?
Jamaica won the men's 100?
Oh, it's about 100. Oh, no. So the dude that won the 100, he actually trains here.
He's
in America.
here.
Yeah, he trains in America.
But he didn't run for America, right?
No, that's why half that medal is ours. I keep trying to tell everybody. Y'all not finna keep training on the hill and then go represent the country. And
That's why half that medal is ours.
Italy. That boy born in El Paso, man. He trained in Austin. When he was like 2 years old, he went
That boy I got Italy in my blood.
That's the race I want to talk about.
That's hilarious.
We're going to talk about that Drago in the 400 meters. Sub 46. First time ever in a 400 meter hurdle. Right? Did you watch this race?
No, I didn't.
So,
What?
we got the favorite. Well, no, I think this other guy was the favorite. He's beat his times all year.
Warhol
I saw Megan.
right?
I saw Megan.
From
Warhol
Norway.
was the favorite from
From
Norway.
Norway. So
Okay.
if you watch this race,
Yeah.
I've never seen this in a 400 hurdle. You know that last stretch of what, about 30 yards, is it maybe? 30 meters?
After that last
The last
hurdle.
stretch of 30 meters, it's a drag out like,
yeah.
I'm struggling.
Yeah.
This cat accelerated and ran the first ever sub 46. Our guy from America broke the record and got a silver.
What?
Broke the world record, right? And got a silver medal.
He accelerated.
This young man
line.
accelerated after
did-
the last hurdle and ran a 45-400 hurdle. Ran like a 45.9.
How much he beat the
45.9.
record by?
He obliterated the record.
Watch this. This will put it into perspective.
Yeah.
The open 400 with no hurdles.
Yeah.
Do you know the Olympic standard qualifying
Oh
time is?
shit.
What is it?
45.
What he just damn did over hurdles.
45?
What he did over damn
No hurdles.
What he did over
45 flat, bro.
Trying to do to even run
Yo.
the 400 in the Olympics.
Hey, thank you for putting it in perspective.
That shit's
That shit's
crazy.
insane, bro. I was thinking about like,
Like,
that's insane.
I don't
Like, that's
fuck
insane.
I was like,
understand how
bro,
fast that is.
Why
That's
didn't this guy
insane.
run the open 400?
Oh, listen.
That's insane. That's insane.
Why didn't he run
Yeah, to
open
that point.
400?
He might make
Because
a run
he
at
just ran
that
a
43.
45.9 with hurdles.
He might make a run at that 43. That's insane. And I thank you for that.
You know, when Michael
Holy
Johnson, when he
shit.
ran that 43, he long, tall guy, sleek, slender. This dude's short and bulky, dog.
Bro,
Holy shit.
I've been watching track and field a
on
long
hurdles?
time.
That's what I ran. I ran hurdles.
That's right.
I was a hurdle
I
guy.
think he was on that Drago.
That shit is.
Man, look.
I think he was on that Drago, dog.
I'm going to say two things.
And they ain't caught up with him yet.
One,
That's impressive, bro.
he been on
Yeah.
that level all season. He's not a joke. Let me just put that part out there.
Yeah.
Like,
So
no,
he
he's
been
undefeated.
pressing.
Yeah, he been
pushing
right there.
45,
He been right
pushing
there.
45.
But to accelerate after
I'm
the
gonna get to that
last
part.
hurdle,
I'm
bro.
gonna get to that part. Now, the times are coming from the track.
Yeah.
Okay. The track. That's why it's so many records being shot.
real time.
The
Yeah.
track. No, I'm saying the times that they
Okay,
running.
gotcha.
That
Oh.
track is
It's
going
sticky. Is it
you,
sticky?
If you go, no, it's Mondo.
Okay.
If you go run right now, if you go to Green Hill and run 100 meters, and we'll just say you run 10.9, right?
Yeah.
Right now, dressed in what you dressed in.
Yeah.
If we could send your body right to Tokyo and you do the exact same thing right behind that.
With
that
2 weeks of
10.9
preparation.
No 2 weeks preparation. Literally, if we can zap you from Green Hill to Tokyo, your 10.9, when you hit it again, it's going to be 10.6, 10.7.
Wow.
That track,
It's a fast track.
So it's a
super
performance-enhancing
fast.
track.
It's a performance-enhancing track, first of all. Now let's get to that over
Get
the
that shit
last
out of
part.
here.
They got some bounce up under that track?
It
Fine.
gives it back to you. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, that
Okay.
last 30 meters, actually, 'cause
It
you know,
gives
on
it
my
back
show,
to you.
The last one, I had already told everybody how the race is gonna go because I've been watching them all forever, like Warholm and Rae. Rae, he's the American guy.
Yeah.
I said what's gonna happen is at the 120 marker, because Rae's on the inside, that's where he gonna win it.
Yeah.
Why? Because Rae gonna kick. He always kicks that 120. I said if he stay right there, he gonna catch him. And guess what happened?
He started catching.
Rae kicked. He started catching him. And then guess what Warholm did?
Not so fast, my friend.
Somewhere out of Spaceballs, he found a whole nother
He found the 7th, 8th.
and I'm like, wait a minute, Jack.
So he did catch him?
2,
no.
3,
And
4,
he got
5,
close.
6
After
gears.
that last hurdle.
6 gears,
After that
bro.
last hurdle, he hit the 8th gear.
And when I compare black and white people, it's literally only based off genetics, okay?
Yeah.
Genetically, we are faster because our muscles are shorter.
Yeah.
That makes us be able to have quick twitch fibers and we can jump higher. That's just what it is. Genetically, white people, they have longer muscles so they can go more.
Yeah.
He should have had the oxygen, okay?
I think we actually represent that pretty well in this group.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
He
absolutely.
should have had the oxygen.
I like
But
evidence.
what you want me
50
to
miles
believe
of running right here. I'll never run 50 miles in my life.
in my
Ever.
life.
50
50 meters?
Done. No.
Minus
you-
is kicked
what-
at
what
50
drop?
meters.
What
yeah.
you want me to believe is over this last hurdle, they come in neck and neck. And this is what I like to say. I tell people, man, just whatever you think. What you
After
think.
Warholm started the race off in the full sprint,
Okay.
right?
They coming over the hurdle neck and neck. And I'm big on mechanics. Y'all know that.
Yep.
His chin is up. His form is not here. How soon as Rae and then come up that last hurdle, I say, oh, there's no way he gonna win now because Rae is finna kick. That's a natural black
Yeah.
person. Like we got speed. Wait, you got where? No. You don't have that gear, sir. Did you see,
Nothing
did
like
you see
what
the
she-
women's 400-meter hurdles?
Yeah,
though?
I gotta give a shout
Yeah,
out.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
she killed,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I'm talking about
bro.
Sid and Delilah. And then I'm gonna tell you like this here. I love the fact that they both are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Them my baby sisters. They know I love
That's
them.
insane.
Oh yeah, her and Delilah
And
Muhammad
the-
coming
yeah,
through that
Delilah
thing,
Muhammad, bro.
breaking records. Just, you
Represent
got
USA
M&M's,
wonderfully.
you got dark, and then you got the light. It's just like, oh man, run that again. Run that back. Run that back one more time, man. Run that
Yeah,
back
that
one
was
more
a
time.
great race to
Yeah,
watch.
that
Yeah,
was a beautiful race,
Great
man. Like
race to watch.
I was so hyped. I don't know if y'all seen my
Yeah.
what's the name. I was so hyped for that race, man, because
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna break the record. I knew both of them were gonna break
Yeah.
it, and the fact that they go at each other so
Yeah,
hard
buddy.
to hard.
And broke it by half a second. Broke
Half a
her
second.
own record
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
half a second,
Half a
bro.
second.
That's
Half a
work.
second.
And she ran 3 races this year? Mm-hmm. That's is that how you supposed to do it?
That's how.
That's how you supposed
That's
to do
it?
it?
That's another
That's good
reason
coaching,
why,
right?
That's another reason why Team USA keep not getting medals.
Jonas, you know what time it is. It's
No,
our
what time
favorite
is it?
time.
I don't even know what time.
I
it is.
know,
We got
right?
tech time, baby.
Over the summer, Google DeepMind,
Yeah.
they are releasing every protein that they've ever been able to structure. They're releasing the physical structure of it to the
Molecular.
public, which is interesting from the point of like intellectual property and all that. But the real interesting thing there is they have that, and they've taken the same project. Google DeepMind has been training this AI system, this machine learning system on games, and they're now confident to say that they have what they call generally capable agents, which is to say that they can take this piece of software, plug it into basically any video game or anything that they can simulate, and feed the inputs into it and get output from it, and it can win. It can compete at least.
Yeah.
So pretty much Space Jam,
Kind of like Space
the
Jam.
new
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like what?
What you used to have to do, still have to do for most things, is you have to take a huge amount of information, huge amount of data, and feed it into this piece of software
Yeah.
to train it. Just
Yeah.
like a person has to train, you have to train and train and train and
You
train.
got an input to get output.
Right, to get output. Well, what you used to have to do on machine learning systems, you have to get very tight parameters of what you train it on.
Yeah.
So you have to be very strict about what you're feeding into it. And then you have to have something that you're using it on, something that you're applying it to, that's also very similar, very tight parameters that are close to the same as
Very
what you trained it
specific
on.
language.
Right. What Google DeepMind is doing is they're saying we're not even talking about training it anymore. We've done all the training. Anything you can throw at it, it can find a way to work its way through.
It will problem solve.
Wow.
It'll solve the problem. Yeah.
It's understanding the parameters.
And the way we were talking about
That's all
problem solving
algorithms.
earlier,
Crazy.
At the
right?
end of the day.
Of using math
Yep.
to solve problems. To
Yep.
say, I've seen how this works here.
Yep.
I see a problem that looks kind of similar to that. Let me try it. It's
Let me try it.
It's doing
And
exact
it can
same
try
thing. And it can
1,000
and it
different
can
ways
simulate
in
it
a matter
1,000
of
different
like.
ways and just that
Yeah,
quick.
that's amazing.
Insane.
That
man.
really is Space Jam.
Now they still can't recommend shows that I want to watch on Netflix consistently.
No doubt. No.
But
94%.
Yeah.
What you want to see?
you guys have all worked on a team,
A group.
a group of
Yep.
something.
Common
when you're
goal.
working on something,
Common
especially a
interest.
team sport or something like that, where you're working towards a common goal,
Yep.
you get in sync, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a good team, you start to get to the point that you like
Yep.
you can
Same beat.
you can do the no look pass
No doubt.
Yeah.
and
I know
and
where you're gonna
and
be.
know it's gonna
Yeah.
What they're saying is that not only when you say I'm getting in sync, we're getting in sync as a team, it's not just like you're not physically, like your brain waves actually synchronize.
Like chemical, like is this like some chemical stuff? Is it just like the way?
It's electrical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's electrical.
it's
Really?
electrical.
Wow.
And what they're saying is that like there's no. This particular research paper was saying that like this happens even when it's not something like you can imagine if you're running plays over and over again.
Yep.
Like okay, well we just know because we keep running this play
Repetition.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Says.
What they're saying is even if you're not doing the exact same activity over and over again, you get in sync, like your brainwaves start to get synchronized at that electrical level without there being a strictly repetitive physical thing.
Gotcha.
So they're saying that like we don't even know how that happens
Yeah.
because like how does that brainwave know? Like it's one thing to say,
One
okay,
band, one sound.
we're running the same
Yeah.
play over and over again.
Yeah.
We're playing the same music over and over again. But they're saying that's not it. It's not just that you're doing the same thing over and over again, so everybody's synchronizing on that.
No doubt.
They're saying even if you're not doing the exact same thing over and over again, you can get to a point that your brainwaves just synchronize and it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't know how that
chemistry.
works.
It's actually
Yeah. All
factual. Well,
chemistry.
it's weird they don't know how it works.
I think there's
I think that's a bunch of bull crap because what you're saying is actually factual. So I'm a big history, informational,
Buff.
high stuff what buff work, right?
Yeah.
So what I had learned about so they did an experiment, and this is all Google researchable. They did an experiment with monkeys and people, right? As they always do. So what they did was they noticed that it was actually off the coast of Africa. There was coconuts, right? And then they couldn't figure out how to get the coconuts down, right?
Yeah.
And then every time they got the coconuts down, they was getting dirty. And then the elderly people couldn't figure out, like they wouldn't eat it because it was dirty. So then it was like a couple of the younger generation, whatever, they started taking the coconuts to the water and then washing it off, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
so then what they found out after doing research was they found out that monkeys that was all the way on the other side of the world started doing the exact same thing. Like literally, they started taking their coconuts to the water, whatever, and washing it off, and they couldn't figure out how in the hell, like, how did you know that?
Yeah. Right.
So they started doing an experiment on people, right? So they say they took like 12 people and they locked them in a room in England, right?
Yeah.
And they showed all these people one image, right? And asked them what did they see, So they all gave different versions of what they saw, right? So then they went back to another country. It was like Morocco or somewhere. And they kept showing 12 people the exact same image over and over and over and over again, right?
Okay.
So then they went back and got those same 12 people in England, put them back in the room and said, what do you see? And immediately every one of them saw the exact same thing. And in the documentary I was watching then was pretty much explaining how Yeah, what you're saying, like our brain waves can link up no matter what, like per species.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like we can get in sync without even having to get in sync because we're the same species.
Yeah.
Birds can get in sync because birds around the world know to fly south, but who the hell told them?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like one bird was like, you know what, it's too damn cold up here.
Yeah.
Let me see what's
I'm
down
going
here.
down.
And then when he kept doing it, everybody was like, man, I feel like it's too cold. So
Right.
it's weird that what you're saying, I'm like, man, I studied that stuff like 3 years ago, and now they're.
Well,
But it's again how they piece
Right.
stuff to us when they give it to us,
Right,
so that
right,
your
right.
brain don't get too overwhelmed.
Well,
But
and I think
Yeah.
it's like there's an establishment that doesn't want to accept certain things.
Yeah.
But like if you
Yes.
think about this,
Exactly.
like when like 1600s, Isaac Newton, that's the one we remember as inventing calculus and a bunch of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also Leibniz and 2 or 3 other people that were doing very similar things at the exact same time that nobody had ever done.
Nobody
before.
talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody talks about
And
that.
nobody had ever done before. Einstein, we remember Einstein for coming up with general relativity. But at the same time that Einstein was working on that, there were half a dozen other people around the world that were working on the same thing.
Yeah. He was first.
He just happened to be first.
He was
But at that same time, there was all these other people who were working on the same thing
Right.
that nobody had ever worked on before.
Right.
Yeah.
And then and then we had computers, and then we have these other things, all these things that are happening, and all these people are working on them at the same time, stuff that nobody's ever thought about doing before.
Right.
But all of a sudden, somebody over here is thinking about it. Somebody over here is thinking about it.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Evolution.
yeah.
well, I mean, there's I mean, I have a slightly different take on it, but the same concept is like there's a right time for things to happen,
Yeah.
and they're going to happen whether you do it or I do
Somebody
it
else is-
or Einstein does it. When the
At
time
that
is
time.
right,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
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 Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And
For
by
sure.
the way, my mom said that Just Mercy is actually based on a true story in Alabama.
Okay.
Oh.
Right
She's
on.
Nice.
watching the show
Right
now.
on.
Yeah.
Right on.
So she-
Oh,
Nice.
just Mercy.
The
Just Mercy. Is that the movie y'all
The-
talking about?
Yeah, the movie y'all talking
No,
about.
no remorse.
No more. Yeah, no remorse. She
Yeah.
said
Oh, no.
it's
Or-
based off of a true story in Alabama.
Oh, Just Mercy. That's a different. I saw that one.
Just Mercy's. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
That's great. That's with
That's
Jamie
also
Foxx and
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that was great.
That was
when-
also good.
That's the
That's great.
attorney.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
When he was.
Yeah, he was an attorney from Delaware.
They
Came
came
down
down
on the,
for
I
that.
guess,
Yeah,
I
that's-
guess she's saying
Yeah.
check that one out. It's based on a true story.
Yeah,
from
that's
Alabama.
Oh, she just
I
said.
saw that
Tell
one.
you,
Okay.
but talk about learning something in school.
Offering
Now
it
that,
up.
now that you say that,
Yeah.
I remember my Mississippi history teacher told me that.
Hey, Mom.
Man, that's
by the way,
great.
whatever
Mr.
time it
Mr.
is,
Collins,
it's
he
Yeah.
my
told
mom's
us that.
watching. Hey, y'all say hi to my mom.
Yeah, what's up? What's
Stuart,
up, Mama?
it was Mr.
How you
Stewart.
doing,
Mr.
Mama?
Stewart.
How
Yeah.
you doing, Mama?
Yeah,
I'd have missed
Thank
Stewart.
you.
he'd be
watching.
mad at me if I got his name wrong.
Just Mercy. was a great
Yeah,
movie.
Coach Stewart. I
Rest
had to
in-
say
rest in
Mr.
peace.
So
Stewart.
check it out.
Yeah.
Mama, please tell your friends subscribe to Noonish.
Yes.
But yeah, I will. It's the right time for everything, right?
It is. I think
Right
it's
now,
time.
Right now, the right time
It
is.
is.
for us to say goodbye. It is hard. It is hard. We've had
It
a great
is.
time. Hey,
This has
Ray,
been good.
you have a good
2
time coming
hours?
back, bro?
Yeah,
Hey,
whole
it seemed like
two.
30 minutes,
Yeah.
bro.
They went.
o'clock.
That flew. Yeah.
There's no
Bye,
way
man.
we started at 12 and it's 2 o'clock.
Hey, man, we started talking about that track, dog, and hey, man, we just got
That's
into
good
it,
shit.
man.
Absolutely.
Always.
But
That
hey,
was great, man.
Ray won't be back next week, unfortunately, but we got another great guest, Miss Lexi Drew, coming in the house, young upcoming rap star, the first female Eminem is what I call her. She called
Nice.
with
She called with it.
little white baby Nicki Minaj going on.
Right,
But hey,
right.
we gonna see you next week in the
Right.
house, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good time.
Good
Jonas coming with the hard stuff, tech talk.
Love
Mark
it.
coming with the great information on everything else. You know what I'm saying? This guy's
I know what you're talking about.
half-man information.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm just J.A., man. But hey,
I'm just finishing on my drinks, baby.
we're gonna
You know
see
what I
y'all
mean?
next week. We got this little sipper. Hey, make sure y'all come back to Noonish.
Feel like I'm the last man standing. 4-5 sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need to panic.